Question to the Prime Minister. Labor's refusal to phase out billions of dollars in property investor tax concessions to property investors like yourself is denying millions of renters the chance to buy a home. Prime Minister, noting that 75% of all Labor members in Parliament own investment properties, can you explain to the House why Labor supports big tax cuts for property investors like negative gearing that are hurting renters and first home buyers by allowing investors to outbid renters trying to buy a home?
The order. Just going to remind members about improper motives in questions as well. That was pretty close to the wind. The Prime Minister has the call.
Very much, Mr Speaker. I'm sure when he took that question to tactics, Senator McKim and Senator Faruqi, with their developments, were very upset with that question. But it goes to a policy question in that I noticed that the Greens political party, having held up funding for public housing last year, now want to hold up funding to support Help to Buy for renters to get into home ownership. That's what they say they will do. Well, I'll give the member the big tip, which is that it stands on its own and on its merits. The idea that there will be a discussion with that sort of juvenile approach that we've seen from those opposite will not occur, because this is not a students' council, this is a parliament. And it's a parliament that has a responsibility to look after the people who put us here, not to grandstand in a way. And the key to that is supply. And in supply, we've had, for example, our social housing accelerator is developing around 1,500 in New South Wales, 769 in Victoria, 600 in WA, 600 in Queensland, 230 in South Australia, 110 in Tasmania. Just that. The $10 billion Housing Australia Future Fund will build 30,000 homes, something that those opposite held up.
The Prime Minister will pause. The member for Griffith on a point of order.
Point of order on relevant speaker. We're close to 2 minutes through this question, and the Prime Minister hasn't once mentioned the tax concessions that many people in this place benefit from.
Well, yes, but just in line with my previous rulings and my previous statements to the House, when you include a whole lot of information in the question and some extra preamble, the Prime Minister is going to deal with that question rather than just a short, sharp, one-sentence question.
Speaker, I mentioned the Green senators who benefit from these programs, as well as the Green members sitting next to the honourable member up there. We have a comprehensive plan. When it comes to renters, we had the largest increase in rental assistance in 30 years. But the key, of course, is supply. And maybe you can just have a word to the member for Brisbane, who is currently running a campaign against a plan by the Catholic Archdiocese to develop church lands into a retirement village for older people in his electorate. The member claims the proposal is too tall, would lead to a loss of neighbourhood character. And wait for this, there might be visitors to the aged care facility who increase local congestion.
Chief Government Whip. Order.
This includes 68 new 3-bedroom dwellings and a 4-storey retirement or residential care facility. The applicant predicts the Sacred Heart site will generate between 90 and 85 active and public transport trips. Mr Speaker, those opposite have never seen a new home being built that they supported in the Greens political party. The key to this is supply. We'll deliver on supply. And I have a chat.
The Prime Minister's time has concluded.